Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to High Soapbox. Today, I am joined by the lovely Aanye Tate, somebody who I've had the joy of meeting through the wonderful Year Up program, and she is also at the intern at Bank of America currently, like yours truly. Aanye, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Fun story. Evan is the first person I spoke to on campus when we actually met. Like one of the very first people I gravitated towards. So I greatly appreciate that connection and the fact that we're still here and still connect.
Yeah, I remember I didn't have anybody to sit with during the first like little luncheon thing we had for Year Up, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go sit over at the table with the pretty confident women, and that looks kind of like so whatever. And and it turns out I was sitting at the mom table, and it was still pretty damn dope.
You were definitely sitting at the mom table.
And if I remember correctly, I think all of you are still everyone that was at that table is still in the program.
Yeah, me, Mackenzie, Veronica. I'm not sure if Fantasia was at the table at that point. But yeah, we all still connect and talk pretty frequently and all are still standing.
That first week was so important.
Very.
You know, because because I was in the Java track, I have to go back tomorrow at the crack of Satan's ass to go see everybody else that is still in the program.
Really? Like,
Yeah. So we go in there to help we go in there to impart knowledge on the upcoming, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, but one of the things I've noticed, like I found out, is the cohort after us there's a lot of animosity between Java, business, and data.
why? Like, what
Because they
the?
didn't have that connection. Like they didn't have like that week of lunches where you kind of were able to interact with everybody, not just your cohort and not just your segment and not just your class. Because the Java people are always tight, always. Like Dejan hasn't been what like dropped out at like week 5, and we're still mad tight with him. You know, it's like, but there's not a
Wow.
lot of cross pollination.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty true. I feel like if there was any division amongst us, it was like clicky, but still everybody had everyone's best interest. It was just like everybody do what they're supposed to kind of thing, you
Right.
know?
Right. Like the powerhouse rising champs dynamic was forced more by like Alyssa and Chad more than anything. Like
Yeah.
we played along because it was fun, but at the end of the day, we all loved each other. It's not perfect. Obviously, some people. I will say that on the like my cohort, there was like a lot less drama over time. Like the first week, yeah, everybody was kind of like we're just trying to figure out the pecking order socially, but like there was never any issues drama wise. Like we always heard like more drama coming from y'all's side than ours.
Ciao. It was a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was definitely a lot. But I feel like, and I don't like to point the finger because three point back at you. I definitely played a role. I wouldn't say an inciting drama, but maybe not putting a halt to it as best as I could. But ultimately I feel like the main ones who were creating that kind of dropped because the focus wasn't
On the bag.
exactly
Because
wasn't on the bag.
because Chad said to me, like, Evan, with all the things you've gone through at internship, like other people might have like quit at this point. And here's my thing. I'm gonna get a job at the end of this, whether it's with Bank of America or not.
Period.
Like a corporate job as a computer programmer, no college necessary. Really? Like here's the thing. This program is everybody's best chance to do better. There is zero like chances, like as much as people say as much as all that positivity of just you manifest the change you like, fine. But here's the thing. This type of thing is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yes, totally agreed.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't
Exactly.
like there are bigger concerns than drama. This isn't high school.
Very much so.
But so what's your story, by the way?
Well, depends on where you want me to start.
All right. So let's start with culture.
Mhm.
Where is your cultural heritage based? Where is your heritage based culturally?
That's a great question. If you're talking like
That's basically the woke version of asking where's your family from?
right, right. Well, so I wish I could trace it all the way back to Africa. Unfortunately, I don't know that far back. Um,
That's I think really hard for most people to do at all.
mhm, mhm. Agreed. Unless you do like that ancestry thing, but I
Yeah,
don't
their terms of service is a little
think.
fakey.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's a
Thoughts
little suspect.
exactly, exactly. So, I mean, as far as I know, in the United States, my family's mostly from the South, like Atlanta, Oklahoma, Texas, and most of them migrated towards the
Oh,
north.
your Thanksgiving sound amazing.
Excellent. The best mac and cheese you've ever had.
Yeah, my I got Southern family, and I spent most of my Thanksgivings with them. Like, but it's we were northern Southern,
Mm.
if you guys might drift. Like my grandfather's from Knoxville, but
Ooh.
everybody's rural. Everybody's rural. And so and with that comes a level of better cooking. Like we didn't like none of my family lived in suburbs, so like my mother, the only reason my mom made casseroles was because she was a single mom working as a assistant principal and needed to cook food fast. I still love crock pot recipes.
Definitely. One thing you always need in your house is a good crock pot.
Oh, for sure. My ceramic thing broke and I was crying. I was so sad. I was so sad.
There's nothing better than like setting your crock pot before you leave for work and then like coming back and your just whole house smells like a pot roast. Oh my gosh.
Bro, you know what I love to do? So my stove didn't work. My Not my stove. My oven didn't work for like 2 years. Yeah. So like I'm as good of a cook. Like I'm a good cook. Let me. Oh, she Anye muted herself. I'm guessing your kiddo woke up.
Oh no, my sister just walked in.
Oh, okay. But everything I've cooked, I learned it was all stovetop.
hmm
Like I learned how to like pan. Like I wanted fried chicken. I know that the best way to do it is to like do it in a vat of oil, but I don't have enough money to do that regularly, so I learned how to pan fry.
Yes. And it's
But
not too bad if you decide to pan fry it.
yeah, I'll be honest with you. I tend to over season a little bit personally, and so to offset that saltiness, I like as much as I know it's not true fried chicken to do it that way. I use breadcrumbs.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh, how
because
does it
here's the
smell?
thing.
Mhm.
They soak up the fat.
Ooh. Okay, because I was just gonna ask, do you batter or do you like use panko or breadcrumbs?
So I use egg. So I season my flour. I use egg, and I basically have 3 bowls. I have the egg, the seasoned flour, and the breadcrumbs. And I make homemade breadcrumbs. Panko is nice. I do it when if I'm lazy, I'll use panko. But if I can do it, I'll take a loaf of bread. I'll lay it all out for 2-3 days so it gets stale. And then I'll throw it in a blender or food processor and then I'll throw it in a can and store it.
I need to come over for dinner because all of this just sounds so good.
Let's see. I got a cast iron pan before quarantine. It changed the fucking game.
That's another staple. The cast iron skillet.
I could never afford one until I got one as a gift, and I'm like, oh, hey, oh, hey. Now I just need a Dutch oven, and then I'm Gucci.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I actually tried this steak recipe where I put the skillet in the oven first to like really heat it up to get that nice sear. And then after I took it out, I put the steak in and I seared it a little bit on both sides, and then I put it back in the oven. And oh my gosh, it gives it this beautiful texture. It's so good.
By the way, you can. Here's one thing I learned: if you've got a lid that can cover your cast iron totally, you can make biscuits in the pan.
Yes.
Like I literally just go to get the Pillsbury Grands, and I put them in, and they puff up, and I just have to make sure to flip them frequently, so that or alternatively keep them on a really low temperature. Keep it on a really low temperature. Put the lid on so the heat just doesn't go anywhere, and then I just flip them over. And they might be a little darker on the one side, but I mean, I didn't have to turn on the oven, and I got it done in under 10 minutes.
That sounds delicious. That really does. And
remember that steak recipe I was telling you beforehand, before we started recording?
Yeah.
Put that gravy and the steak between 2 halves of a biscuit and watch it blow your fucking mind.
I'm going to make that this weekend. That's going to be today's Sunday meal. Okay.
Discount biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that sounds so good. I haven't had biscuits and gravy in I couldn't tell you the last time I had it actually.
I'm actually going to fix up my kitchen this weekend and I'm going to make a tres leche cake.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Evan, when can I come over?
Well, 5-course meal costs $100.
Okay.
Right side, you can take home the leftovers.
Well, it sounds worth it. You should have you thought about doing that?
No, not at all. Not a single solitary bit, because there's way too many regulations and all that involved, and I would rather put out a podcast, make money flapping my gums, and call it a damn day. Sell my merch, all that mess, but no.
That's fair. Okay.
Cooking is only for my guests and my loved ones.
Oh, that's the sweetest. Okay. I can understand that. Would you do one of those ASMR pages? Have you ever seen those pages where people they have the camera over top of them cooking and they chop and season? It's literally I'll send you the page. I'll send you a page I follow that does that, but maybe that's something you could take up,
Did I ever, do you, I don't think I ever talked to you about your hobbies.
My hobbies.
Are you artsy? Are you musically inclined? Are you a gamer? Do you like nerdy shit? Do you like sports? Are you a basic party girl?
A basic party girl. I'm an adventurer. I love trying.
Travel.
Well, definitely traveling. I love going new places, but anything.
Pain in the ass with the child in tow.
What'd you say?
Pain in the ass with the child in tow.
Yeah, so it requires a lot more planning than it did when I, of course, wasn't a mommy, but I just love trying new things. So anything I haven't done before, I'm sure, why not? Let's do it. I think that's one of my biggest hobbies. I don't know if I shared this before, but like freelance photography and nothing too crazy. It's pretty amateur, I would say, at this point. But I like capturing, the overlooked scenes in life, like the things you probably see on your daily commute, but just never take a moment to look at. Wow, that's actually a pretty sight. I love capturing things like that. I'm trying to think. What else do I really enjoy? Wine. Definitely love a good wine.
Oh god, you wine drunk must be entertaining as hell.
It's pretty interesting. I like to think I have some great ideas when I'm like wine drunk.
So do my friends when they're stoned out of their gourd, but then I've recommended them recording themselves having an idea, and they look back like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Okay. The worst idea I ever had when I was wine drunk, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it. But
Blockbuster?
no, look, so this is what it was. I was like, I know people in wheelchairs, their arms probably get tired. So what if we invented a wheelchair that had pedals? And before I took it to Shark Tank, I immediately caught myself and I was like, wait a minute.
Let me see. Where's the faulty logic in this idea?
I was like, huh. I don't think that'll work actually. So hopefully that's just between me and you and your viewers.
You need a podcast. Your voice sounds nice and you interesting to talk to. You need a podcast.
Wow, you really think so?
I sound like Papa Smurf and I have 7.
Oh my God. Evan. Okay.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. We
I'm
wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
I'm hearing it now. Well, if I ever take one up, you'll be the first person I ask for advice.
It's a Christmas time each year. Time for joy and time for cheer.
Evan, how did you find out that you could do that? Like, did it
I
just...
know I have an annoying, like, nasally voice, and it gets worse when you grab your nose and then you end up sounding like this.
So what does it sound like with a helium balloon?
Cancer.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can fix it.
Oh, man. You looking at the stock market at all?
Here and there, I invested like a few little dollars in Tesla, Waste Management, and then, geez, one more. It's leaving me. I want to say Walmart. And
I would say, if you're going to invest in anything, invest in stocks that pay dividends.
yeah,
Tesla don't pay dividends.
they don't. I learned that after investing. I was like, oh, okay. Do you have any recommendation?
This is not a long-term bet, but it's a mid-range bet. This company could be taken off the New York Stock Exchange by 2021 of next year. But they very well might not be. In that time, you'll make double your money back. Because they pay a very high dividend rate. Worst case scenario, you sell out your stock in November after the dividend they pay out dividends. Best case, you make a couple $100 because it shot up.
Who is it?
Washington Prime Group, WPG.
Okay.
They cost about, I think, 60 cents right now. I would recommend waiting until after November 5th to buy them, because that's when they're announcing. That's when they're doing their stock options, like their call to their investors. Then they'll announce the dividend date. And once that date goes, stock is at a drop because all the people will sell it. Will sell it because they who bought it before the date missed out on buying the stock. When it goes down, you'll be able to get it for cheaper. Now, this is a stock where you might want to take $30-ish, which would be about maybe half. Would be about 50 stocks, and then hold it because they paid. See, here's why I believe in them. They had their dividend call in March of this past year, when every other company wasn't doing a dividend payment. They had a dividend payment of 22 cents per share.
Wow.
At the height of the COVID depression, 22 cents a share, and that was about a third of what they normally pay. They routinely pay 100% or more back. So, like I said, worst case scenario, you're gonna lose $20, $30 because the stock will go down when you sell it. But it doesn't matter because you've made 60 over the course of a year.
Exactly.
So you walk away with 30. Best case scenario, you make a killing.
I'm going to take that down because I'm always looking.
No, you got to let it hold. You have to. Because you're not going to get the dividends if you don't hold on to it.
Exactly. And that's what stocks are all about, the long term when you think about it. So.
It is. Granted, that being said, WPG has been the only bet that's been relatively stable for me. Every other bet I've made has been awful. I bought Apple after the stock split at $130 a share. I lost $150.
Oh man. Expected so much more.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Because they just released the 12. Have you seen it?
I have not. I'm not an Apple guy, remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe this could be like an opportunity, or you're completely turned off from Apple.
I've had them. I don't like them.
Really?
I was all Mac, all iPod, iPhone, all that for like damn near 3-4 years. The moment I got the opportunity to jump ship to Android and Windows, I did.
Sounds like most diehard Android fans.
And one thing is that I liked it. It was fine, but it was like Android just could do more.
And that's what it boils down to. Like
you guys just got widgets. We've had widgets since Android was incepted.
If you ask me, and
we can actually place it in a way that we like. We don't have to make a bunch of blank app widgets for spacing.
Yeah.
Shut up, you know what I'm talking about.
I have an iPhone, okay? I've always had an iPhone. But you know what? I am willing to admit here, Android is far better. The functionality is far better. It's much more intuitive. The camera.
But you're too deep. You're too deep in.
I've fallen in love with the blue messages. And that's really all.
The cult of the blue bubble is what I call it.
That's what's keeping me. And I'm like, is it really worth it? Like, they just showed the phone that can capture stars. Like, you can literally take a picture of the stars. And I'm like, why am I even here? Like, why am I with you guys? Offer me this. Not to mention they're built to break. So it's like, my dad literally...
To be fair, Samsung's phones aren't too fantastic in that. They're better than Apple, but they're not great either.
That's fair. I just can't remember the last time I've seen a cracked Android screen.
Also, my Android, Yeah, I had my Android for about a year and a half before I cracked it, and that's because somebody else knocked it off my knee.
Wow. And how did you?
Face down onto concrete.
And at which point did you scream?
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe it or not, like, I don't break phones. Like, every time a phone of mine is broken, somebody else did it. I've never dropped it and broken it.
Wow, what a life that I've never broken my own.
I take care of my shit. In the words of my granddaddy, I take care of my shit. Ugh.
That's the bottom line. Like once you start buying your own things, the value just goes up immediately.
I lost my Nintendo Switch that I got from my parents as a gift on a bus on the way back home from New York. I bought this Switch. Not a scratch, not a crack.
Clearly still with you.
Clearly still with me. Oh, God.
It's like, you hear that? That's the price going up. Because I bought it.
How much did you pay for yours?
So I don't have like the latest and greatest model. I just have this second generation SE. That's like right after the 10, but before the 11. So kind of like this in between, I guess. It was actually surprisingly cheap. I'm trying to remember how much it was. It might have been like $6.99, and I want to say I'm exaggerating right now.
Android has perfectly competent phones for less than $200. I'm gonna show you $150 phone that I had for about a year before I upgraded. If I could find the fucking thing. Oh well, I'm not married to it. But basically, it's about yay big, yay wide, silver. Works great. Oh wait, here's one. This phone I had for ages.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And they're like so sleek. I like them. That's what sells me. Like the actual design of it. How does the phone look?
Yeah, and you know how much that cost me?
How much?
$150.
I'm just ashamed of myself at this point.
And I didn't even buy it for that. It cost that much, but I spent $15 on it because I got it through Metro PCS.
And you bought it for $15. Wow. So you're with Metro.
I was. I'm now with Verizon.
Okay, with Verizon. Okay. Wow. I need to explore my options.
Here's the thing, Sam. Like, the only reason I would have stayed with Apple was my music library. But now it doesn't even matter anymore because Apple Music's a thing.
That's very true.
It's like I can't log on to my old Apple account and get all my music because it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. Now, that being said, I did, use a shady tool off the internet to rip it all and turn it into MP3s.
Mm-hmm.
It's all still in my Google Drive to this day.
My boy.
But, like, aside from, like, do your apps have the option to, like, back your stuff up to Google as well?
They use what they call iCloud, but I don't know why they've designed iCloud to be so difficult to navigate. Like I've tried to back things up to iCloud, and I would say 99% of the time everything doesn't back up. 9 times out of 10, I have to do multiple backups, and I, for God's sake, cannot figure out why it's not working. And then the way Apple has designed their products, you have to have all Apple products for things to work according to how it's supposed to, at least.
I had this conversation with my stepfather, and he had some pretty good points. but like, it's like being in a prison with a water park and all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like, yeah, things work great together, but you're still in a fucking prison. You still can't leave. You can't see anybody else. That's
It's a
it.
great
Like,
analogy.
it's like the Apple ecosystem may be fluent and may be user-friendly, but they can continue to take features away from you. This new iPhone is not going to ship with a charging rig, and it's not going to ship with like any type of headphones or anything.
Really?
They're not. This is in the press release. They're to be more environmental. They're not giving you a charging cord. They're not giving you a cord. You have to go buy a cord in a brick separately now. We were joking. Us Android people were joking. Like, we were joking with you when we said, "Oh, they took away your headphone jacks. Next up, they're not gonna give you a charger." I honestly made those jokes too. I didn't think they would actually do it. Other people did. I didn't. I did not but you know what? I'm not surprised.
You can't be. You can't be. I mean, with that stunt they pulled with taking away the audio jack, forcing you to either buy an adapter, or forcing you to buy an adapter to suffer.
It was one of the most classist things I'd ever seen. It was one of the most blatantly classist, blatantly here, piss on all the poor people that use our products thing. Because the only thing that worked seamlessly with it were the fucking AirPods. And even then, that's debatable.
Because I hear more complaints about AirPods nowadays than anything else. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's time to make the switch.
Now, you have a couple options. The Google Pixel phones are very good. They don't have a headphone jack. Certain Samsung phones do, certain Samsung phones don't. And my phone, the A50, yeah, so touch to sign on is it's on the screen itself.
So so you have fingerprint, but it's on the screen.
Correct.
That's pretty good.
Right. Now, there are some hiccups with that. Prime example, my screen is cracked. So sometimes it doesn't like to read it.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. If before you switch, I would highly recommend going into all the apps you care about and see if there's an option to sync your Google account with it.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see.
or Google, transfer iCloud data to Google. You can do that.
Yeah, that might be something to do.
Yeah. Any other funny stories or anything that happened in the last couple of weeks you want to share?
Let me think. Maybe more so interesting. Have you heard more about the new up and coming cohorts and how they're going to be structuring year up?
I have not. Indulge me.
Let me tell you. Year Up Wilmington, and you didn't hear it from me, may be no longer in coming years. Because what they're doing is they're creating kind of more of a virtual online environment, because I guess what Europe is noticing is that, hey, we don't really need all of this in-person stuff in the pandemic. And
it's good though.
Here's my dilemma with it. So what happened with Europe is they invested so much in the earlier cohorts that they're kind of playing catch up now. And what they're noticing is that they're cutting back, they're spending less money, they're eliminating layers of, leadership.
Bureaucracy.
Exactly. So what they're doing is they're combining Philly and Wilmington and kind of merging it into an online thing. But if the interest should be of students who were not afforded certain opportunities, don't you think some elements should be kept in place? You know, because if they wanted to do online school, we could have did online school.
Right, but online school doesn't give you a job.
That's very true.
Because here's the thing. This is what everybody keeps forgetting. Year Up is not school. It is training. It is training to give you a corporate job at the end so you can start building generational wealth for your family that has not seen it for decades or at all. This is not school. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that is so rare that people are willing to spend their own money on you, their own time on you, and give you a future for free. We don't have to pay for any of this. Our only thing we're paying is our time, and that is a lot for some people. This is not school. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that. This is the training, a year-long training for a job. A job that will pay us anywhere between 40 or 50,000 to 80,000 a year in the state of fucking Delaware, where the cost of living is minimal. Can I scrape by on just under 12,000 a year? I scrape by. If I had 40,000 before taxes, I'm only bringing home 30K a year total. I'm still killing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not school. There are school elements, but this is not school. This is not school. This is not high school. There's no reason for drama. We are all here for one thing: the bag. Everything else doesn't matter. If you don't like a person, fuck it. Doesn't matter. If you're cool, if you're neutral or cool with somebody, great. You have created an ally. There is zero reason for any of us to have beef. We are all here for the same thing. We're all going to get the same opportunities, and none of us are going to get passed over for somebody else. There's no we got in the program. We're in. We're guaranteed. We just got to put the work in. And I've seen so many people forget about that. And it's frustrating because I've talked to them. I know their home lives. I know what opportunities they have at their disposal outside of Europe, and it's not looking good. It's really not looking good.
This is like a lot of people's last resort.
It's my last resort. My parents don't want to help me anymore and help me become and I'm lucky I have parents that are willing to do that, but they've had their fill with me. I'm 22. I gotta make my own money.
Yeah.
Other people don't even are in the same boat as me. There's parents say, do this shit. If you don't do it, you're out on the street. That's my situation.
Yeah.
There's more important things than holding a grudge over someone's sideways comment.
Totally agree. And I think that's part of the reason why so many people eliminated themselves so much early. And I hated hearing about pointing the finger and placing the blame on, well, this person didn't do that and this person didn't do that.
Ownership.
It's
take ownership.
Accountability.
Can I tell you my secret?
Mm-hmm.
I will, as long as accepting blame doesn't affect my future prospects or my financials, I'll accept any blame. Because most of the blame I'm accepting doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly.
Because for some people are so immature that they need the validation of being right. I want to move the fuck on and get to work. If me being the bad guy means we can get to work, fine. I did it. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong. let's move on.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed. I think with this merger that's about to happen, um, I feel like the focus, I think where I found kind of like a conflict was the message is to, help students. It's to help people that, well, excuse me, not people, but to help younger people who weren't afforded certain opportunities to grow and exercise the talent that they have. And if that's the case, I just feel like the focus should just remain on, your pupils, whoever you're putting through these programs, instead of how much money can we save? And that's kind of what the move felt like to me.
Can I ask you a question, Aanye? How does this affect you?
That's a great question. I guess maybe if I wanted to get involved later down the line, help out.
How does this affect you getting a job at the end of this?
It doesn't, honestly.
What's more important to you? Building a healthy, happy future for you and, more importantly, your daughter? Or worrying about things that, in scenarios, may go in different ways?
I couldn't hear that one part.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
What's more important, you and your daughter's future and her development and her prospects in life? Or worrying about people who you've never met and how they might be affected by some future version of this training that could go in any direction.
That's very true. I definitely.
Now, I completely understand that this mindset is how the fuck we got to where we are as a country right now. The apathy. But make your grievances heard. But now's not the time to fight for them. Later will be the time to fight for them. Get retained, get the bag, secure you and your daughter's future. Then you'll have the luxury of caring about these things.
I can understand that. I think, yeah, I'm an empath.
I am too.
Feeling for people and wishing everyone could have the same experience, or maybe a little differently. We had, because I feel like we didn't even get the full thing, but wishing they could have.
I'm so pissed about the potluck. I was ready to show out.
The potluck.
I was about to bring a whole ass thing of like Mexican beans and rice. I was about to bring chicken tikka masala. I was about to bring a freaking cake and cookies I baked. I was about to throw down. I was going to say, listen, if there's any, I was of the mindset, if there are three things that people remember from this thing long into the future, one of them better be how good my fucking cooking was.
And we just never got the opportunity.
We never did. And you know what the sad part is? We're never going to. But here's the thing. All of that is superficial. Mm-hmm. All of that is extra. We still got the most important thing. A guaranteed job in corporate America at the end.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, if you can't change the scenario, just change your perspective. For sure.
Oh, boy. Aanye, this has been a ton of fun.
Yeah.
You sound tired, too.
What'd you say?
You sound tired too.
You know we're usually in bed.
Let's start. Then you know what? Let's start wrapping it up. So at the end of every podcast, I do something called the shout out segment, where I like to shout out people and businesses I want to support and I want people to know about. And I'll go first so you can see how to do it, and then you can shout out anybody you want to, or your own social media, and have people follow you.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Anthony Lopez, otherwise Solar Sonic 21 on YouTube. Me and him are currently in the works of a Pokemon Fire Red playthrough that should be coming within the next few months. Please keep an eye out for that. Shout out to my boy C.J. Perry, running CalVisions Apparel at calvisionsapparel.com. If you want to support a black-owned business and get some bomb-ass streetwear, including the Vice City style T-shirt that has a bunch of Delaware locations that you've seen me on prior podcast wearing. That's one of them. Please go check him out. Please also go follow my buddy PT Sean on Instagram and go watch his videos on YouTube. He is my favorite lifestyle YouTuber, and he's a great friend. Been on the show multiple times. It's Sean _97 99. My apologies, on Instagram, and PT Sean on YouTube. He does workouts and in general wellness stuff, as well as a bunch of nerdy reviews of anime, comic books, TV shows, video games. It's great. And check him out on Wednesday nights for Witcher Wednesdays. Those are always very entertaining to watch. Aanye, do you have anyone to shout out?
Maybe just two people. Me and my best friend. Well, I'm actually in her book club, Beauty, Brains, and Books. You can follow her on Instagram, same name, beauty.brains.books, and you can join her book club. She sends out monthly baskets. We hold events, pandemic-friendly events. So definitely something, it's targeted for women, but all are welcome.
What are you guys currently reading?
Currently, it's like a murder mystery. I have been slacking on the reading since I've started my internship, but I promise it's all good things. Definitely Prince's clothing line. I just purchased my first hoodie from this line, and I love the fabric. Perfect fit. So you can go ahead and follow him on Instagram. His clothing line name is Unlike No Other. Really cute. And it is uno.usa. So uno.usa on Instagram. And those are mainly the two people.
Nice. And last shout out is self-promotion. We have just released the what were they called? So as we know, the election is currently a bit of a crapshoot. We at Hive Media have created a handful of interesting little designs to go with the general what's the phrase? Insanity. So we released two politically charged pieces, one of which is a lovely little mask. Where 1 second. Oh wait, I have it in my pocket. I'm stupid. One of which is this, which says, "Fine, Biden, but this some bullshit." And the other is a little more neutral as far politically, which says, and I'm gonna share it on Zoom because
Please do.
Fuck both of them. 2020.
Yeah, because it's like, at this point.
Yeah. So if you want to check out either of these, please go to the bit.ly link, bit.ly/HIMRKT. Or if you want the Biden one in particular, check out bit.ly/HIM settle. But that's this has been the High Soapbox. Miss Aanye, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Stay on. We'll chat a little bit afterwards. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Bye.